Sunram. Sunram finds an OC left pocket three on the way. Tickles a twine.
Now it's Matty Bass on the drive. Bass, nice move, and Bass with an easy layup.
To the feet, Ruppel brought back down. O'Connor, though, lost the grab and down to the mat. Ruppel with a chance for a pin with a minute 15. There it is.
Pick and roll, Kaloran. Hooks it underneath, and a bunny for Hannig.
Right side to Charlie Shaw. Shaw looks right, drives in, attacks the double team, and splits him for the layup.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
A pleasant good evening and welcome here to Tower City for some Friday night doubleheader basketball in Tower City, North Dakota. Alex Hoffman with you here from Your Live Event and yourliveevent.com, and we've got a District 1/Region 1 matchup here between the Tigers of Tri-State and the Raiders of Maple River. Looking at the schedules and the standings, kind of big difference here in terms of Tri-State, at least from last year. They've really flipped turned a page. Right now sitting 7-7 overall on their season, and 3-3. They're sitting at 500 in District 1 play. The Raiders, the home team tonight, 10-4 overall on the year. They're right now undefeated in District 1 play. A win tonight would seal up that 1 seed from the District 1 as the new setup here for region play, as District 1 and District 2 would go against each other in postseason play. We just ended there with JV basketball as the Tri-State Tigers JV squad took down the Raiders 40-36. You just saw that on Your Live Event here. I haven't heard what the Maple River boys and the Tri-State boys in JV did over in the old Raider Dome, as we have 2 gyms going here. We did have 2 gyms going at once with the new digs here in Tower City. We'll take a quick break from the action. We'll come back and talk starting lineups. You'll hear from the coaches here on the Irie pregame show. You're listening to Your Live Event.
Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Manage what you can to overcome what you cannot. Farming is all about preparing your operation to be successful when given an opportunity. Invest a few minutes to bring in your seed meters to be reconditioned and calibrated. We have some room, so give us a call and we can help you overcome those simple obstacles. Agassiz Precision Ag, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the R&J Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the R&J Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the R&J Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Welcome back inside the Raider Activity Center, or more commonly known as the Rack in these parts, as both teams warming up here with just about 12 minutes to play, or 12 minutes to go here in warm-ups between the Tri-State Tigers and the Maple River Raiders. Take a little deeper look here at Tri-State right now and kind of where they're sitting. Right now, tied for that 5th spot in District 1 at that 3-3 record, sharing it right now with the Richland Colts. Mentioned earlier, Maple River 10-4 on the year. They are sitting undefeated in District 1. They have this game tonight and Enderlin to wrap things up for district play, as we are already at the end of January here, believe it or not, folks, and that means that tournament time is right around the corner. In fact, looking at the schedules, you can see pretty much the light at the end of the tunnel here when we're talking about schedules. If we look at Maple River, as we mentioned, Tri-State tonight, obviously, and Enderlin, they head down to take on the Eagles on Monday next week. And then there's some non-region, non-district games, one with Griggs Dakota, and then they're going to go down to the Bonanza at NDSCS in Wahpeton, where also they will find Tri-State there as well. Tri-State has Sargent County on Monday. That'll be a big one in terms of rankings potentially. Sargent County right now in that 2-3 spot with a 4-2 record in District 1 play. And for Tri-State, they'll go to South Dakota on the 7th, and then they will be at NDSCS on February 8th. And they wrap up their season with a South Dakota trip on the 11th as well. So pretty much all the district games are starting to get, will be pretty much done, I guess, by February 3rd. So teams definitely want to start getting sharper at this time of year. When we look at the standings here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, looking at these the polls, Benson County right now for Class B girls sitting at number 1 as they are undefeated at 15-0. Kenmare Bowbells there at number 2. Tioga sitting at number 3. Central McLean at 4. Bowman County at 5. Lewis and Clark Berthold sitting at the 6th spot right now in the polls. We got Washburn at 7. Mayport CG, who has been around these parts here all year, they are sitting at number 8 right now. Garrison sitting at 9. And Lemoore Litchfield Marion, who's had a couple fun run-ins with Maple River this year, sitting at number 10. Maple River is getting some votes into the top 10, but haven't quite cracked that since their mid-season losing streak that Coach Hoots will talk about later in our Irie Insurance pregame show. We'll take a step away from the action. We'll hear from both coaches here on your live event.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Your home for the North Dakota District 1 basketball tournaments is yourliveevent.com.
Up by 1, bounce pass inside Kadoon. Kadoon takes the ball screen jumper from 14, got it to go.
The girls tournament tips on Friday, February 14th from Valley City State University. Boys tournament gets underway on Friday, February 28th at the North Dakota State College of Science.
Hand out now to Ray Sean. Earl takes the ball screen, left wing. Earl, dribble, pullback, 3 on the way. Nothing but twine.
That's the District 1 basketball tournaments on yourliveevent.com.
Back here for another Dakota Heritage Bank pregame interview with Tri-State's girls head coach, Kevin Jackson. Coach, thanks for joining me here tonight.
Yeah, good to be here.
We've already seen an improvement in your team's win-loss record from a year ago. What can you attribute that or this year's success to?
Well, this year we're getting kids are responding. The younger ones are starting to step up now. We're getting here later in the season, and they're starting to. We're just trying to get our chemistry together. So with the older girls and the younger ones.
And your starting lineup's going to bring a mixture of experience with a lot of younger girls in it here tonight. What can you say about that and bench contributors, everything that's going to come together here tonight?
Yeah, just the depth helps for us if we get in trouble. If we got a few girls, we can either bring in some younger ones, get some quick girls too. And we're not the tallest team in the world, but we got a lot of hustle, a lot of energy. Girls really, we can go deep. We can go 8 or 9 girls if we have to.
So you've had time now to take a look at Maple River on the old screen. What challenges are the Raiders going to bring here tonight in this matchup?
Well, they've got a lot of experience. They made it to the state tournament last year too, and they got both inside and outside game, and they can hit you from all over the three-pointers, and Hannig inside too can do a lot of damage.
Well, Coach, thanks for taking time here tonight. Good luck here against the Raiders in a few hours.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, that was Coach Jackson for the Tri-State Tigers with our Dakota Heritage Bank pregame interview, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhb.bank.
In a world of chaos, you need superhero level protection.
I keep telling everyone they need to get the right protection for their lifestyle. Some do, we do.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IRIinsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
Welcome back to our Dakota Heritage Bank pregame interview, and right now I'm being joined by the head coach for the Raiders, Nathan Hoots. Coach, thanks for the time.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, I got to lead with the most crucial question on the day here. What do you think of the NBA playing with the idea of a 4-point line, and how would that impact your girls if North Dakota adopted that rule today?
It would ruin my practices because they'd all want to shoot from 7 feet or however farther back it would be. And we end almost every single practice with you got to make a half-court shot. We split them up into 2 teams. And then it would end up being have to make a 4-point shot and then a half-point. Yeah, we talked about that briefly before the game the other day. I'm okay with the 4 10-minute quarter idea, but the 4-point shot, no, don't mess with the game.
So just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Absolutely.
All right, you guys had obviously we've talked about it before, but a pretty large injury to one of your starters earlier this year. How have your girls really adapted to the new rules, as one of their starters went down?
Yeah, like I talked with Chase last night, it was a little clunky early on. And it coincided with going through a really tough stretch of our schedule. When she went out, then we immediately had Valley City. We immediately after that had Lemoore. And then it was Mayville, Edgeley, Lemoore right out of break. So it's, trying to figure out new roles while also playing a tough schedule was a little rough for us. But we started to figure things out when we played Oaks and we started to get into a defensive rhythm. And I think, every day we preach what we're doing defensively against the team we're going to play the next day. And I think the girls have bought in that our best offense is our defense forcing turnovers, getting us into transition, and then kind of playing out of, if we don't get something in transition, maybe we get something secondary transition where, our big is running to the rim after we push. Just simple stuff like that we're able to create points for ourselves.
And, back-to-back nights of play, very physical, tough match again last night with Sargent County. How do you get your girls to bring that same level of intensity here tonight?
Yeah, it's avoiding an emotional and physical letdown game. When you play a game that a lot of girls have been paying attention to Sargent County all year long, and then kind of climbing that mountain and then immediately knowing that we got another district game right after that. I think it's a district game, and similar to what we're experiencing tonight is what we experienced last year. We had just come off of a win against Sargent County last year, went down to Campbell, and they gave us everything we wanted. Pushed us for 4 entire quarters. And I think that was a learning lesson that, teams, no matter what the differential is in record, anybody can beat anybody on any night. So I hope that we come out and we play hard right away.
Last question here. You've had a chance to look at the tape. Who should we look for your girls to have a big night tonight?
For us? Yeah. Brielle Caloran's been just like real close to just busting through and have one of those 20-point nights. Just kind of finishing up the stats last night. She's not going to be thrilled with the point total she had, but it was 8 points, it was 6 steals, it was 7 deflections, it was 10 rebounds. Just all of those other things that she does is just phenomenal for us. And Abigail Caloran stepped up, hit a couple really big threes last night. So I'm looking forward to her taking that next step and continuing her development throughout the year.
All right, thank you, Coach. Good luck tonight against the Tigers.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, that was Coach Hooch joining us for another Dakota Heritage Bank pregame interview.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hometown Community Bank serves both the Hope Page and Maple Valley school districts in Page and Fingal, North Dakota. If you're interested in an ag loan, real estate, consumer, commercial, or HELOC, give Dwight a call at either branch location. Reach out to Janine about investing in a certificate of deposit or save by opening a money market account. Proudly supporting the Maple River Raiders and wishing the athletes and coaches a successful year. Hometown Community Bank is an equal housing lender and member of the FDIC.
Welcome back, fans, to the Irie Insurance pregame show here in Tower City, where we have District 1 action tonight between the Tigers of Tri-State and the Raiders of Maple River. That's the Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote. As we have the clock ticking down towards zeros here in the warm-ups for this District 1 matchup. We kind of just take a look here lastly at who we're going to see tonight in terms of playmakers after hearing from both coaches, knowing that with Coach Hoots, getting Violet Richmond going as she has been as of late. She's going to be looking for the, kind of that 20-point range possibly here tonight. We'll see what Brielle Caloran can do as that senior, as well as Addison Hanning, the other senior there for Coach Hoots. Flipping over to the Tigers side, you got to look at what can Rabbit Head do, the Lawrences, as well as Macy Fritz and Emma Fritz. We'll step away here for the national anthem and starting lineups. We'll come back and introduce the starting lineups here on your live event.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Hi, this is Jim, and with Bernie Berkemeyer, we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us in enchanting Ireland, June 25th to July 4th. Experience the ancient history, natural beauty, and the warm hospitality of Ireland. We travel across this beautiful country, visiting places like the Kilkenny Castle and the breathtaking cliffs of Moher. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Fans, welcome back inside the Raider Activity Center. Let's take a look now as the starting lineups for both teams are being introduced here inside the rack, and we'll do the same thing. Let's start with the visitors on the scoreboard. We're looking at number 0, Emma Fritz. That'll be an 8th grade forward. 5'6" senior playing guard tonight, number 3, Isley Rabbit-Head. The 5'10" senior playing center tonight, that'll be Shally Lawrence. She'll be donning number 14. Also for the Tigers, the 5'4" junior guard tonight, number 22, Macy Fritz. And to round things off, the 5'7" forward from Tri-State, number 23, Taylor Lawrence. As you see the lights go down now as they're about to introduce the Maple River Raiders. The starting lineup for the Raiders here tonight, 5'8", 9th grader, number 0, Violet Richmond. 5'10" senior, number 1, playing guard tonight, Brielle Caloran. The 5'9" junior guard, number 11 tonight, Claire Irie. 6-foot center, senior number 12, Addison Hanning. And the 5'5" freshman guard, donning number 32 here tonight, Abigail Caloran. So for the Tigers and Coach Kevin Jackson, that goes Emma Fritz, Rabbit Head, Shally Lawrence, Macy Fritz, and Taylor Lawrence. For Coach Hoots, looking at Richmond, Caloran, Irie, Hanning, and Caloran. Big thing to note here tonight between this matchup is going to be that you look at the point differentials for throughout the season for both teams. Right now, coming into this game. Tri-State, 44.6 points per game. They're giving up 49.1. For Maple River, 53.3 points per game. They're giving up 41.2. So a stout defense and an aggressive offense here for Maple River. We'll see what Tri-State can do in terms of slowing that down. Looks about 6:17, our opening tip here, and we're underway. From Tower City, Richmond puts up the teardrop. That one rolls around 3/4 around the hoop, does not fall. And Tri-State with the rebound. And they push to the far side here, trying to get the ball inbounds. And a quick foul is going to be called. First foul of the night by the Raiders. We'll see who they called that one on. That one's going to go against the junior Claire Irie, obviously first of the night, so first personal for her. And that's one thing that could slow down Coach Hoots and his offense would be foul trouble. As the Tigers trying to get inside, instead they kick it outside. Long three there, and count it, 4. That was Rabbit Head draining the first attempt of the night, and why not make it a 3? Jumping out to an early lead here are the Tigers. Richmond goes in, finds Hadding. She tries to go up for 2. It was stripped away, and then a foul drawn. They're going to say on the ground. Or no, they are going to go 2 shots there for Hadding. So the 6-foot senior goes to the line for Maple River. And that foul there was on Taylor Lawrence, first personal. Hadding's first free throw, a little bit long. Ricochets out. She'll try to make 1 of 2 here. Second free throw goes up and rolls around out of the hoop there. Rabbit Head with the rebound. So Maple River with a couple good looks, but nothing to show for it so far. Meanwhile, maybe one too many steps there as tried to do the old NBA move there was Shallie Lawrence, but got caught on the travel as she drove into the paint. Here come Maple River after the turnover. Richmond handles it. She goes in, another one of those teardrop shots, and goes a little bit long. So far the Raiders just can't get the lid off the hoop here to start this game. As Tri-State breaks the press, now they try to go underneath, and they do. Nice pass there from Lawrence to Lawrence, but they do not deliver there. I think we'll be saying Lawrence to Lawrence quite a bit here tonight. They find Violet Richmond down now on the baseline. She puts up that teardrop, and first basket of the night for the Raiders goes by way of the freshman. That gets the fans down to their seats here. Richmond with the steal on the near side. She goes up and in. Basket's good. Count it, and the foul. And a chance for a traditional three-point play here for Violet Richmond. As that foul is going to go against Rabbit Head, her first personal. Richmond trying to get the traditional 3 here. Free throw goes up, a little short. Hannah gets the offensive rebound, goes up with it, and now they're going to probably call a jump ball. Yes, they do. And that'll be a turnover as Maple River did win the opening tip to start this game. 4-3 early here in quarter number 1, and the press from Coach Hoots continues here. Tri-State breaks it now, and they got numbers 3-on-2. She goes right up the middle there. That was Macy Fritz going right down the middle. Doesn't get in. They're going to try to find Violet Richmond now on an outlet pass. Here's Maple River coming down. They go to Addison Hanning underneath. Crowd wanted an elbow there, but to no avail. Irie puts up a shot, no good, and Fritz comes down with the rebound, and here comes Tri-State. Fast-paced start to this game here for both teams. Rabbit Head passes to the corner. There's Lawrence, puts up a long shot. That's a long 2, but it's good. And the lead back to Tri-State here. As we continue here early into the first quarter. Hannig in uncharted waters there out at the three-point line. Richmond puts up a 3. A little bit to the right, off, and once again rebounded here by Tri-State. That's something they're doing great here tonight, is getting those rebounds. I think only 1 offensive rebound so far here for Maple River. Here comes a 3-point attempt, but good box outs, but all of a sudden there comes Fritz from nowhere getting the rebound off the long rebound. Richmond now on the turnover. 2-on-1 as she goes right down the middle, uses the left hand, up and in, and good. As the Tigers now still trying to break that press, and once again Richmond trying to pick a pocket here. Rabbit Head handles it. Passes it over to Emma Fritz now. She's going to put up a long 2. That one ricochets off the front of the rim. No good. Offensive rebound there by Shallie Lawrence. She's going to go kind of around the world there. And a long 2 there for Lawrence. Hannah gets the rebound. Dishes it out to Abigail Kaloran. And she's looking for an outlet here. Brielle Kaloran underneath. She goes up and in, and no good. Rattled around. Almost an offensive rebound there by Kaloran, but Tri-State muscles it away. And here comes Rabbit Head, commanding the Tri-State offense right now. She'll get most of the guard activity for Coach Jackson. As that ball was blocked, they're going to try to find Richmond again. Richmond's going to try to twist things up here a little bit, trying to find Hannig. Pass follows a little bit too far behind her. And right now, all the way up and in is going to go Fritz, but no good. Irie there, and she steals it right back, and they're going to get a 2-point attempt here on the free throw. As Shelly Lawrence kind of just won the battle there underneath to get that offensive board. We'll see if she can earn 2 points here for Tri-State. Foul was called on the freshman there. Abigail Kaloran, her first of the evening. First free throw's no good, and substitutions starting to come in now for both teams, for Coach Hoots, junior Hallie Bisset, and for Coach Jackson, Olivia Geffrey, the 5'4" guard. Second free throw up and in. First free throw of the night by either team there. And we're all knotted at 6, halfway through quarter number 1. As Kaloran looks in, tries to find Hanning. Hanning's going to do her traditional move here, and they're going to end up calling a jump ball. Ball will stay with Maple River. Coach Jackson, I think, is not trying to hide anything. We're seeing a lot of doubling up here on the 6-foot senior, Addison Hannig. And they know how dangerous she can be in the paint. And here's a turnover by the Raiders. And all the way down, we're going to see a left-handed three here. And nothing but net for Geffrey making her appearance known very quickly. Coach Hoots wants to take a timeout, talk things over with his team. We'll take a quick break from the action here on your live event.
Hope Page Public Schools are committed to the development of all students by providing a high-quality education that is reflective of the strong values in our communities. The staff at Hope Page Public Schools work each day to enable and inspire students to achieve academic excellence and make positive contributions to our world. Learn more about Hope Page Public Schools by visiting hopepage.k12.nd.us. We are Hope Page, and we will change the world.
As we welcome you back here after the Maple River timeout, our City of Hope scoreboard reads Tri-State 9, Maple River 6. As Coach Hoots trying to make some adjustments here with the girls in white. Donning the all-whites tonight with the speckled shorts. Abigail Kaloran takes a long three. Offensive rebound there by Hannig. She finds Kaloran cutting, and that's going to go out of bounds as Kaloran could not handle it. Right idea there by Hannig. Instead of trying to go up, she tried to find the easy pass. Just couldn't be handled there by the freshman. And here comes Tri-State as they go to Lawrence now, right at the half-court line. She handles it. Now they're going to try to go underneath. Aaron pass, but Kaloran probably could have just let that one go, but hard to tell who's behind you there when you're playing the game. Inbounds pass here from Rabbit Head goes out to the arc, back to Rabbit Head now as Fritz trying to find something underneath, and they're going to call a travel on her there. I was going to say it was either going to be a travel or stepping on the line because she was in tight territory down there in the paint. Turnover from Tri-State gets Maple River the ball here. As we've had streaks of three tonight, nothing crazy here yet in terms of going on a run. We've seen Maple River do that a time or two as Hannig cannot handle the pass as she goes down to the ground to try to get it. Another turnover here for Maple River. And the Raiders just trying to get some press here. But so far, Tri-State's handled it very effectively. I believe only one backcourt turnover we've seen so far from that press. As Tri-State now in the purple jerseys, yellow numbers. Trying to get some penetration here as Maple River playing man-to-man. Hannig to go try and get it, and she does. There's a steal from the senior. Pass to Kaloran. And she brings the ball up right down the middle of the court. Passes over to Hanning on the right side. Long two for the senior. Does not go. Hallie Bisset coming in with the offensive rebound. Tries to find Kaloran. She does. Trying to draw the foul. And eventually Hannig does. I think Kaloran wanted the foul, but Hannig gets it. And that'll send Hanning to the line for two. She's 0 for 2 from the charity stripe so far, as that foul there was on Geffrey, her first. First free throw up and no good. And so far right now the Raiders 0 for 4 on free throws here in the first quarter. Jump to Tri-State, they are 1 for 2. Hanning's second free throw attempt goes up, a little bit long, does not go. Long rebound handled there by Fritz. Pass to Rabbit Head now as Richmond all over her. She gets the pass over there and just trying to save it. Ends up passing it to Kaloran as Abigail Kaloran has a coast-to-coast attempt here and drawing the foul. That'll send the freshman to the line here for her first attempts of the night, and just trying to kind of break the old free throw curse here if you're Maple River. For Geffrey, that was her second personal, so something for Tigers to keep an eye on as Claire Irie will check back in for Maple River, giving Hanning a little break here late in quarter one. And a late substitution there as Jackson gets it in time. Emma Fritz coming back in as Macy Fritz will take a spot on the bench here for a little bit. As Kaloran's right-handed free throw goes up and no good. And now the streak continues for Maple River in terms of free throw struggles, now 0 for 7. Pass comes inside. That's to Lauren. She finds a nice outlet pass there. Going up and in, using the old left hand, but no good. Shallie Lawrence with a good attempt. And Hallie Bisset jumping on it here. They're going to call a jump ball. That'll give it back to the girls in purple. Tri-State will take it underneath here. Sometimes that's all you can do if you're on defense there, is just cover the ball up, almost like a fumble in football. As the pass goes to the corner. Three comes in, but no good there as Lawrence put up that three-point attempt. Richmond has it, sends it down to Kaloran. The senior sends it back to Irie. She's going to send it out to Hallie Bisset, who needed every inch of the fingertip to get that one. And she's now fouled on the perimeter. And I believe that was on Emma Fritz. That'll be the 5th personal foul of this quarter. Or 5th team foul, I should say, which means we are in double bonus right now. Hallie Bisset's time to, or chance to break the streak here. Break the skid, if you want to say, of free throws. First one's up and in. And then maybe sometimes that's all you need if you're a team, is just to see the first one go in. 1 for 8 is obviously not what Coach Hoots wants from that line, but tell you what, 2 for 9 is going to sound a lot better than 1 for 8. Second one goes up and rattles around halfway down, but they don't give credit for that. And 1 for 9 now is where they stand there. Pass comes over to Rabbit Head. Isley definitely a good ball handler, and that's why she's earned that spot there as one of the main point guards for Coach Jackson's team. Shot goes up and out of bounds as it was tipped by Maple River as Fritz drove in. And Addison Hanning will check back in for the Raiders. Maple River tries to get a little bit taller here. And the pass was tipped there by Hanning and fell into the hands of Richmond as she will fall down to get it. Find a pass now to Irie, over to Kaloran. Long 2 attempt here coming from Brielle. And it rattles in, her first points of the night. And now the Raiders, a little 3-point streak of their own to tie things back up here. 1 minute to play, or just over a minute to play here in quarter number 1, all knotted up at 9. That's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touched by Lawrence, and the Raiders will take over. Pretty much if you play it right, if you're both teams, there could only be 2 possessions left here. 35 seconds on the shot clock, 1 minute to go here in Q1. Violet Richmond says, let's just take the shot right away. And they're kind of going to do maybe a 2 for 1 there. Irie able to get the turnover here on the backside court and draws another foul. And that's now 6 fouls for Tri-State, so something to keep their eyes on is going to be foul trouble here. That is going to be Emma Fritz's second personal. I mentioned 6-team foul, but it doesn't necessarily matter as they max out at 5. Claire Irie's first free throw up and no good. And we'll see what the junior can do here with her second attempt. Puts it up and nothing but net. Coach Hoots definitely going to probably be something to mention after the game or even at halftime, as we got free throws we got to worry about. And a foul called here. I believe they're going to call that one on Kaloran. Her first personal here of the evening. Team's third. So still 2 fouls away from that double bonus issue. As Hallie B said all over that pass as they were trying to get it to Fritz. Falls out of bounds. As Rabbit Head will inbound it right in front of us here. Right at the half-court line. Hallie B said read that one all the way. She's going to go for a layup with the right hand, and it's in. As the Raiders have gone on a nice streak here of 6 points. Trying to end it right there is Shelly Lawrence That's one way to end a 6-point streak, I'd say. Just drain a 3. Knotting things up here at 12 with 20 seconds to go. Shot clock's turned off. Richmond finding B set. She puts up a 3 and nothing but net. Welcome to the game, Hallie B set. She has 6 points, tied for the team lead. And with 6 seconds to go, Richmond with a pickpocket there, trying to find Kaloran with 3 seconds. She's going to go for the buzzer beater, layup, nothing, and that will be good. And how about that to end the first quarter if you're Maple River? Came out a little bit sluggish, especially from the free throw line, but ended it on a 5-0 run. We'll take a step away from the action. Your City of Hope scoreboard reads Maple River 17, Tri-State 12.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Fans, welcome back here to the Raider Activity Center, where a 5-point run within the last about 30 seconds of that first quarter has separated the score here a little bit, as the Raiders right now up 17-12, ending that quarter, as I mentioned, on a 5-0 run. Allie Bisset making her presence known there with a quick layup and a three-pointer, all that coming within about the last 40 seconds there of quarter number 1. She's now tied for the team lead with 6 points. Right now leading the Tigers, Shallie Lawrence with 4. As the Raiders inbound here to start quarter number 2. And there is Violet Richmond getting her first bucket of the quarter. She's up to 8 points now. And the lead extends to 7 now, and it's a 7-0 run as we enter quarter number 2. Lila Richmond checking in for Maple River, sister of Violet Richmond, donning number 2 here tonight. Pass goes out there to Lawrence. She's going to try to go, and there was a hand check from Addison Hanning. Wasn't sure if the ref was going to see that with his angle, but he was all over it. And for Hanning, that'll be her first personal of the evening. Rabbit Head trying to inbound the pass, looking for anybody in purple here, but right now they're all masked by white jerseys. And they're going to call a 5 seconds on that one. And that's a turnover for Tri-State. And Coach Jackson getting after his team a little bit, saying, you got to get the ball in. Not much you can do just standing there. Hanning long 2. Nothing but net for the senior. And she gets her first points of the quarter. And that run right now extends to 9. Coach Jackson and I talked a little bit about runs off the record, and saying, if you want to win a game, it's all about runs. And right now he's on the wrong side of it. His team's on the wrong side of it here, seeing if they can slow things down. And we got a foul here. That foul was called on Violet Richmond, her first of the evening, and that will send Shallie Lawrence to the free throw line. She's 1 for 2 on the night from the charity stripe. In fact, she had the only free throws of the quarter. And that free throw does end this 9-point run here that the Raiders were on. Couldn't ask for better timing, I'd say. If you're Tri-State, both free throws do go in. She's up to 6 points on the evening, and right now Tri-State down a touchdown. Violet Richmond puts up a 3. Hallie Bisset there with the rebound. And what a 5 minutes the junior forward for Coach Hoots is having here, as Hallie Bisset going in, getting that rebound, and then drawing a foul. And that one there was on Shallie Lawrence. That'll be her first personal. Substitutions coming in here. As Taylon Thomas, the 5'11 center for Coach Jackson, coming in. Hanning trying to use the old spin move. Did everything right, just couldn't get the ball to roll in. As earlier this season, she surpassed 1,000 career points. Congratulations to to Addison. And a little teardrop does not go in. Hanning trying to get the board, but instead Tri-State all over it. Lila Richmond eventually comes out of the scrum with it. Violet trying to find Brielle Kaloran, and couldn't handle the ball. Brielle Kaloran will be called for a travel there. Not much she could really do with it. Katrine trying to hold on to it, and hands on the ball. Tough to keep a possession there. as the press has been pulled back here a little bit by Coach Hoots, and now down to just one-on-one coverage. Turnover there. Brielle Kaloran puts up the football pass, finding Lila Richmond. She's going to go to the corner and just spins it back out to Brielle Kaloran, who's going to go cross court. Hallie Bisset's there, puts up a pump fake. And along two, nothing but net for the junior. And her and Violet Richmond right now having a little race here, saying who can be the team leader in points right now. And so far, it's evened up at 8 apiece for those two girls. As Tri-State trying to get some penetration here. Rabbit head guard by Richmond. They go inside. The shot goes up and in. Give Shallie Lawrence 2 more. She's got all the points in this quarter for Tri-State. 23-16. Raiders with that 7-point advantage here. And Richmond picks up her dribble early. Has to get it over to Hanning. And you know Hanning does not want to be doing a lot of dribbling out there. Typically you don't want your center doing that. Richmond puts up the long 2. Halfway down, but does not go in. Rebound was taken by Tri-State, but foot's on the line. As Thomas was there, but just a little too far. As Abigail Kaloran checks in for the Raiders, giving Hanning a little break. Inbounds pass here from Kaloran. She finds Richmond as Violet avoids the pickpocket there. Hallie Bisset going to shoot up a 3. That one is halfway around, no good. Defensive rebound there by Lawrence. Outlet pass here now. Macy Fritz bringing it up, dribbles to the right side. Finds a swarm of Raiders there and ends up taking an extra step. As Emma Fritz now will come check in. Sending Macy Fritz over to catch a breather for Tri-State. For Coach Jackson, he was the Tri-State coach from 2016 to 2019, and now he's back in the captain's chair, if you would say. Has done a good job here so far as they've put up a 500 record on the year and in District 1 play. As a turnover, Tri-State trying to get a 2 there. Tri-State fans wanted a foul, but none to be found. Lila Richmond going to try to go up, use the left hand, drives up for 2, a little too hard. As here comes Tri-State. Rabbit has numbers now, trying to find the underneath pass, and does. Lawrence can't finish. Brielle Kaloran has it and ends up drawing the foul. That'll be the second team foul here of the quarter. And they give that one there to Rabbit. She's got 2 on the evening now. As Violet Richmond brings up the ball, she goes to the left side, finds her sister Lila in the corner. Lila dribbles out to the top. Kaloran has it, can't handle the pass, gives it back to Richmond. And now back to Kaloran, kind of playing hot potato with it up here on the top of the arch. Richmond crosses up her defender. She goes with the old right hand on the left side. 2 points there for Richmond. First one of double digits tonight is Violet, as she's got 10. Long pass there is going to go too long. Out of bounds, Maple River will take over. As the Raiders trying to get their largest lead here of the night extended, or I guess this ties their largest lead of the night, trying to get it to double digits here as Violet Richmond dribbles it out at the volleyball line there. They're going to try to find the old pick and roll. Brielle Kaloran sends it out to Abby Richmond. She's going to dribble in, and that was partially tipped. She gets it back. Richmond with a step back 3. They're going to say that's one too many steps. Basket goes in, but be called for the travel. If you're Coach Hoots, you don't want to see those good ones going to waste. Press on here again for Maple River as they get the ball in. That pass is inbounded here as Geffrey's going to take it all the way to the corner. Finds Rabbit now. Takes a long 2. A little bit too long, but rebounded here by Emma Fritz as that one goes a long rebound. Long shot, long rebound's what they always used to say. It appears to still be true. Pass comes into Lawrence, and they're going to call her for a travel there. She zigged and then zagged. And that'll be a Tri-State turnover as Claire Irie and Addison Hanning checking back in for Maple River. Here comes Richmond coming to the left side, near side here in the Raider Activity Center. Gets a screen from Hanning. Finds Kaloran. Top there. Here's Hanning at the top of the key again in an old, not sure if I wanted the pass or not there from the senior. Long 2 from Richmond. Finds it. 6 in the first, 6 in the second for Violet Richmond. She's up to 12 here so far. And here comes Tri-State trying to look inside, and they do. And that was read nicely by Hanning, but tipped a couple times. They're going to call a foul as Taylon Thomas was able to draw that foul. And Taylon Thomas, only an 8th grader, already 5'11". A bright future in the basketball world for her. As Kaloran drew that foul, or had the foul, I should say. First free throw falls in there for the 8th grader. And second one a little bit short, but an offensive rebound there. Rabbit Head was in amongst the trees there, but came out with it. And a long three, no good. And this one is going to be tipped, and I believe it will stay here with Tri-State. As they try to inbound the pass here, doing a little stack action right in the paint there. Pass comes out to Fritz. She goes inside. Hanning tried to get around and tip that one away, but Lawrence was able to maintain the body position. Fun matchup to watch between Lawrence and Hanning tonight. Can't handle it there was Lawrence. She was looking for a foul, did not get one. Instead, it goes out of bounds, and another inbounds pass here for Tri-State. As we wait on a tire to be tied up there, and appears all laces are good to go. Looking for an inbounds pass, and zips that one in was Rabbit Head. That was a Brett Favre type pass, and Lawrence turns around. First of all, how she was able to handle that pass is beyond me, but she gets the 2 points nonetheless. Claire Irie puts up a shot. That one's no good. Abigail Kaloran ends up coming out with the offensive rebound. Here's Irie at the top of the key. She goes back to Kaloran. Kaloran takes the left-handed dribble in a couple times. Now back to Irie. And they're going to go to Kaloran now. That's going to go out of bounds, and turnover goes to Tri-State. And we're going to have a timeout here called by Coach Jackson, and the Tigers will step away from the action as Maple River leads 27-19 on your City of Hope scoreboard.
Maple Valley Parents is a nonprofit organization whose main purpose is to promote, encourage, and support the Maple Valley students, teachers, and staff. MVP strives to strengthen and enhance the educational and social environment of the Maple Valley School District by providing opportunities for students, teachers, and parents to learn, socialize, communicate, and grow together. MVP Group welcomes anyone to join them in their mission. If you'd like to get involved or see upcoming events, check out the Maple Valley Parents Facebook page.
Fans, welcome back inside the Raider Activity Center here in Tower City, and we've got a 27-19 lead right now, the home team leading. Some other action right now on your live event. Our people are scattered throughout North Dakota tonight, as pretty much all boys basketball outside of this game here tonight on your live event, as Hankinson went down to Sargent County in that boys basketball matchup there. That should be a fun one. Central Cass is at Oak Grove in that Class A action there. Chase Miller with the call on that one. Four Winds is up in Thompson right now, or if you're in Four Winds, you'd say down in Thompson for some boys basketball action. And Northern Cass at Carrington tonight in that boys basketball action as well. We got Class B action in front of us here, girls basketball here tonight, as the boys seem to kind of be dominating the schedule on a Friday night. But here we are with this doubleheader between Maple River and Tri-State. The boys will be playing approximately 20 to 25 minutes after this game. Long three from Rabbit Head here. Kind of works as a pass as Thomas is there to get the rebound. She'll put up 2 points. Thomas now with 3 on the night. Cutting that lead down to 6 right now. And Abigail Kaloran is just going to drive in, and she picks up her first, it is her first basket of the night. 2 points for the freshman. As Hanning now picking up the offense there. Rabbit Head's going to drive in, puts up the finger roll, but doesn't quite get it to fall. Hanning able to handle it. And Hanning took a little bit to the chin there. It's going to be interesting to see what ends up happening here. She's still holding it. And she's toughing it out. She's running right down the court with everybody else. Coach Hooch wanted a foul, but there was nothing there. Richmond puts up the 2, but no good. And they're going to end up just getting an easy basket here as Hanning's down on the other end, gets the roll. And they're going to call a medical timeout here. Basket did go in. And we'll give the 2 there to Geffrey on that one, as it was basically a 5-on-4 there. And they're going to bring in this substitution now, as Hallie Bisa will have to check in for Maple River, as they are going to take a quick look at Addison Hanning. We'll take a quick break from the action here from Tower City.
Maple Valley School District has formed a VEX Robotics Club. The club is open to students in grades 5 through 12. Beyond science and engineering principles, robotics allows students to learn the fundamentals of the engineering design process, creativity, problem solving, teamwork, and public speaking. More information can be found at myraiders.org. That's myraiders.org. And click on the Activities tab to learn more information about the Maple Valley School District VEX Robotics Club.
Fans, welcome back inside the rack here in Tower City, where right now Tri-State's got that lead trickle down to 6 here as the Raiders up 29-23 with less than a minute to go here in quarter 2. Hannington, it looks like she took an inadvertent elbow to the, I don't know if it was to the chin or to the nose, but anybody who's ever been hit in the nose knows what that does, no pun intended, in terms of, the eyes like to water up a little bit, so hopefully she's okay. Raiders going to try to maybe get a quick 2-for-1 here as Richmond brings the ball up, heads to the left side. Kaloran's going to give her a screen. They go to the corner there where Hallie Bissett's going to go to cross court to try to find Claire Irie. A nice move there by Irie, and they're going to call a foul there on Thomas. And that'll send Irie to the line for 2. Taylin Thomas, that's the first foul for the 5'11" 8th grader. And we'll send Claire Irie. She's 1 for 2 tonight from the charity stripe. And the first one goes in. First free throws of the quarter here for Maple River. As they had a plethora of opportunities from the free throw line in the first quarter, but only landed 2 of them. Second one's up and in. Tale of 2 quarters here right now if you're Maple River from the free throw line. Claire Irie right now with 3 points on the night, all coming from that stripe. Pass goes out of bounds here by Tri-State, and that'll go back to Maple River. And 3 seconds, about 4 seconds, I should say, will separate the game clock and the shot clock here. So Maple River could drain it down to basically 1 possession, as Kaloran instead will just drive in. Does not go, partially tipped. And they're going to kick it out to Hallie Bisset. She'll drive in here. Shot clock did not reset, so they are down to about 20. They're going to call a foul here on a reach-in. And that'll be the team's 4th personal, so not to the line yet. And substitutions coming in now for Tri-State. For Rabbit Head, that is her 3rd foul. So definitely something Coach wants to keep an eye on. Coach Jackson will. Shot clock's off now, so the Raiders can settle for 1. Here is Richmond will handle it near the half line here. And we'll see if they do an isolation, if she can take the final shot. Crowd wanted to travel there, but no go. Bisset's going to drive in. She's been coming out of that corner like crazy. Tri-State able to handle it. They're going to see if they can put up a shot. No good. They're going to whistle that one off. And that's how our first half will end. A lot of action in quarter 2 there. The Raiders will go into halftime with that 8-point lead. Your City of Hope scoreboard reads Raiders 31, Tigers 23.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
When you think about North Dakota State College of Science, don't think about college. Don't think about desks. Don't think about buildings. Don't think about our expert instructors or our high-tech classrooms. Think about that new pickup you'll soon be driving. Think about decorating your first apartments. Think about that great job that's already waiting for you. Then, think about how you'll be doing all of those things in just 2 years. North Dakota State College of Science, the smarter way to college.
We always say we're a one-stop shop. North Star Ag is a full-service shoreline machinery dealership. So we have the 3 departments, sales, service, parts, fully staffed, have full inventory of all the parts and whole goods needed. We really value the service and the support that any traditional dealership would give you, but we specialize in shorelines. You can give us a call at 701-361-4790 or visit our website at northstar-ag.com.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com. In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Fans, welcome back inside the Raider Activity Center as you see the old halftime give $1 chance to win a 2-liter. As the kids always looking for more sugar. As we're going to take a look here at some of the first half totals of our District 1 action here. Well, we'll just lead off with the overall score, right? 31-23 on our City of Hope scoreboard as the Raiders had a 9-point run to end the first quarter and into the second quarter a little bit. That's kind of been the difference here so far on our City of Hope scoreboard. Work and play in Hope, North Dakota. From job listings and housing options, search hopend.com. That's hopend.com. Visitors on the scoreboard right now, 12 points in the first quarter, 11 points in the second. Consistency there. And in terms of free throw shooting, right now, Tri-State shooting 66%. They're 4 for 6 from the free throw line. Leading the team right now in points would be Shelly Lawrence. She's got 10. She had 4 in the first quarter, 6 in the second quarter, with 3 of those coming from the free throw line. And maybe not so much in total of points, but Taylon Thompson, the 8th grader, coming in that second quarter and getting 3 points, just seemed to kind of give a little spark to the Tri-State Tigers there, which kind of kept things pretty tight here late in quarter number 2. Look at Olivia Geffrey. She's got 5 points on the evening right now. Rabbit Head's got 3. That was that 3-pointer in the first quarter. Is her lone 3 on the evening. Jump over to the Raiders side. Coach Hoots' squad right now. They scored 17 in the first, 14 in the second to give us that grand total there of 31. 4 for 12 from the free throw line, and my college math says that is 25%. No, it's not. It's 33%. That college math could use a little dust off apparently. And that's definitely going to be a point of concern, I think, for Coach Hoots, that going, 2 for 9 in the first quarter from the free throw line, you hit even 3 more of those free throws, maybe you're talking a different game pretty early in this matchup. Leading the way right now for Maple River is Violet Richmond, the freshman right now, with 12 points. Evenly spread them out between the first and second quarter. No threes, they've all come from within the arch here tonight for the 5'8 freshman. Claire Iries put up 3 points for the Raiders, as Addison Hanning and Abigail Kaloran have each added 2. And Hallie B said really that late quarter spark in quarter 1. She's got 8 points right now for Maple River. We'll take a step away from the action. Maybe we'll do a little scoreboard peeking, see what else is going around the region here, as the second half is just over 4 minutes away here from Maple River.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Manage what you can to overcome what you cannot. Farming is all about preparing your operation to be successful when given an opportunity. Invest a few minutes to bring in your seed meters to be reconditioned and calibrated. We have some room, so give us a call and we can help you overcome those simple obstacles. Agassiz Precision Ag, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Your home for the North Dakota District 1 basketball tournaments is yourliveevent.com.
Up by one, bounce pass inside Cadoon. Cadoon takes the ball screen jumper from 14, got it to go.
The girls tournament tips on Friday, February 14th from Valley City State University. Boys tournament gets underway on Friday, February 28th at the North Dakota State College of Science.
Hand off now to Rayshawn. Earl takes a ball screen, left wing. Earl, dribble, pullback, three on the way. Nothing but twine.
That's the District 1 basketball tournaments on yourliveevent.com.
As we welcome you back inside the Raider Activity Center as we are 2 minutes away from the second half beginning. In terms of scoreboard watching right now, not a lot to report. As we look at the boys' side at least right now, Kindred is out in Beulah, and late in the second quarter, that one's all tied up at 29 apiece, so that's going to be a fun one here to watch tonight as Kindred, obviously one of those teams that a lot of people are watching in Class A action. Not a lot of girls' games on the old docket here tonight. And I know Devils Lake is hosting Grand Fork Central is hosting the number 2 Devils Lake in girls Class A action. So that should be, we'll see how Devils Lake can fare out of that one. They're sitting at 13-2 on the year. Another good season for the Firebirds up in northeast part of the state. Looking at the District 1 and District 2 standings here down in the southeast part of the state and kind of the south central part of the state. We already mentioned the District 1 with Maple River. The victory tonight would give them the number 1 seed in District 1. You jump down to District 2, nothing's really been settled there yet. Lemoore, Litchfield, Mary, and the Lobos right now undefeated in District 2 play. And we've, Coach Hoots and the Raiders have definitely seen some exciting games with them, as both of those games this year have gone 2-point matches, one for each team with regards to the outcomes there. In fact, the second match did go into overtime. As both teams huddle up here from halftime, expect to see the same starters here likely from both teams. We get into third quarter action. Mentioned the JV matchup here tonight for the girls at least went by way of Tri-State 40-36. As we look at foul trouble right now for the Raiders, Brielle Caloran's got 2. I wouldn't necessarily worry about calling that foul trouble, but you jump over to the Tigers side, you got the point guard there, Isley Rabbithead, right now sitting with 3 personal fouls. And she starts here the third quarter. She'll get the ball to kick things off, as she will set up the offense here. Violet Richmond draped all over her like a coat. Passes the ball into Lawrence, puts up a long 2, turnaround 2, gets the friendly bounce, but not friendly enough, as Hanning able to rebound it. Good to see her back on the court after that little bump scare late in the quarter, as Violet Richmond will draw the foul. And that'll put her to the line. For Richmond tonight, she's only had 1 free throw attempt, which did not go her way. As Shelly Lawrence getting her second personal. For Richmond, first one, nothing but net there. And Violet Richmond, one of the Raiders' more reliable free throw shooters. So not one you want to put at the line. Second one up and in. And most importantly, we avoided the announcer jinx there as she hits both of them. Press broken there by Tri-State as Fritz was able to thread the needle there. As Macy Fritz dribbling around, she comes to the far left side here, trying to get it over to Lawrence at the top of the key. She does. Rabbit will take it now. 19 seconds on the shot clock. As Violet Richmond all over her again. Just playing that suffocating defense there. And that ball was not tipped and goes out of bounds. Maple River will take the turnover. As the Raiders right now with that 10-point lead. Scoring the first 2 points here of the quarter. As they ended the first half with 31. Pass comes in, Brielle Kaloran, nice cut, nice pass there by, I believe that was Abby Kaloran finding Brielle Kaloran. And you can't draw it up any better than that when you talk about a cut pass. Laying it in there for the easy two was the senior. Right now, Tri-State sets it up here. Lawrence at the top of the key, sends it over to Rabbit Head. Rabbit Head looking underneath, but instead sends it over to Fritz. She puts up the long right-handed three and finds nothing but net. Draining that three. Third three-pointer made here by Tri-State tonight. And gets the lead down to 9. Irie thought about it. Instead does the pump fake, finds Hanning inside, does the old spin maneuver, which has gotten her over 1,000 points in her career, but that's not going to be added to the total there. Scrum on the floor, and eventually Tri-State comes out with it. Body still everywhere. Lawrence looking to go coast to coast, and she does. Home crowd wanted an offensive foul, but does not get the call. And for Lawrence, she's now got 12. Corner three here by Irie, a little too high. Rebounded there by Rabbit Head, and she's going to have numbers. Will she go to herself? Will she find Fritz? If she finds Fritz, nice pass by Rabbit Head. And the old underhand pass, you don't see that very often, but handled nicely there by Fritz. She gets her first bucket of the half, first bucket of the game actually for Macy Fritz. And there's a three-pointer there. Give that one to Richmond. And a quick answer there by the Raiders. I was just writing down the last two. I look up, there's a three-pointer in the air. Speaking of threes, here comes Lawrence, lefty three, off the front of the rim. No good. Richmond has it. She finds Kaloran, freshman to freshman. And we're going to see what the foul call here was. That was called from the far ref here, the trailing ref. And they're going to say that was on Violet Richmond, an offensive foul. And that'll be a turnover here, given back to Tri-State as Rabbit Head will inbound it here. Trying to find someone in purple. She does. That's Fritz. Fritz able to handle it as Kaloran did get a hand on it. And they are just like piranhas around here. And Violet Richmond now will try to handle the pass from Kaloran. And she does. Working out of the corner. Kaloran's going to find Irie underneath. Irie, good body control to get the two. Mentioned Kaloran and Richmond just suffocating these Tri-State point guards in the backcourt. Just not doing anything foully. They're just handsy right now, and it's gotten plenty of turnovers. Foul's going to come in here. Two shots coming by way here of Shelly Lawrence, who's been busy this quarter with just under 5 minutes to go. They give that foul to Abigail Kaloran, her second of the evening. She had one way back in the first quarter. Left-handed free throw goes up. Rattles off the left side, no good. For that free throw, Shelly Lawrence was 3 for 4. Make that 3 for 5 now. Second one goes up, and this time too far to the right. As Hanning comes down with it, they're going to say both teams are on it. Jump ball. Possession arrow points to our right, which means it's going to the Raiders. Has some substitution coming in here for Coach Jackson. That'll be Olivia Geffrey coming in. Olivia Geffrey there, the 5'4" sophomore for Coach Jackson. Plays great defense, and they're going to put her on a tough task here with Richmond. Screen there by Kaloran. They find Kaloran in the corner. Abigail hands it off to Brielle. They try to find Hanning underneath. Does the patented Hanning move. No good. She just goes and gets her own rebound. Tries to find Irie, but that doesn't go by way of the Raiders. Here comes Tri-State pushing the tempo. Rabbit Head going from left to right, or right to left, and she gets it. Nice move there by Rabbit Head, her first points of the quarter. She's up to 5 on the evening. And Richmond going to do the old finger roll, and that draws a foul. 2 more free throws coming for the freshman. As that foul was given there to Shelly Lawrence, she's now got 3, as does Rabbit Head for Tri-State. So a couple players to watch in terms of foul trouble as Taylon Thomas is going to come in after the missed free throw. Mentioned Taylon Thomas, the 8th grader here made her presence known in quarter number 2. Didn't, with only 3 points, saying, well, how so? I mean, she was just a presence, rebounding and drawing fouls. And when she came in, that second free throw does fall there for Richmond. And Tri-State gets it in. Here comes Rabbit Head dribbling with the left foot, or left arm. And they're going to call a travel there, one too many steps. Left foot, apparently I've been watching too much soccer if we're calling feet out instead of hands here. Ball comes into Richmond now. She comes dribbling right up the middle. Met at the half line there by Geffrey. And now finding Abigail Kaloran. She takes a couple dribbles inside, goes to the paint, puts up a long 2, no good. And she ends up getting her own rebound. She's going to find Claire Irie, who's driving, and they're going to call a foul here. As Irie, I believe, drawn 2 fouls here tonight, or 2 fouls in this quarter, I should say. This time will send her to the line. As it gets eerily quiet here in the rack. First free throw goes up and touches no metal on the way in. And free throws going much better here for Maple River in the second half than it was to start the game. Second free throw rattles around a few times, but finds its way down. Hallie Bisset will come in for the shooter there, Claire Irie. Junior for junior. As Tri-State will inbound here. Rabbit Head will take the inbounds here from the official. Goes over to the far right there where there's Lawrence. It technically was a dribble, so she can't do any more. Rabbit Head has it now. Dribbling with the left hand. Richmond all over. And trying to get it to Thomas, but Hanning was there. Raiders have the numbers as Richmond maybe led Kaloran too much, but it still handles it in the corner. Kaloran's going to try to go all the way in. A little too hard on the glass. And Richmond just muscles that one away from Tri-State and gets 2 more. And here comes Tri-State, and they're not going to make a call. They're going to say that she was out of bounds before the contact. Coach Jackson would like an explanation as the inbounds comes in. And as Richmond will take it now. Raiders out to their biggest lead right now, 45-32. This pass comes in, and he has it. Goes with that right swing. No good. And a lot of hands. There's some tie-up there between Tri-State player and a Maple River player, but play on, they say. As Fritz comes in, looking for a shot, but no good. She's in the corner, has to get the pass out to Rabbit Head, and she does. Rabbit Head now dribbles, takes a step back, shoots a long 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Geffrey with the rebound. Richmond ends up pulling it away, and here comes Hanning down to the ground to go get it, and they call a timeout. Hoots will take it. Says everybody just, let's catch our breath. We'll do the same as we step away. Your City of Hope scoreboard reads Maple River 45, Tri-State 32.
In a world of chaos, you need superhero level protection.
I keep telling everyone they need to get the right protection for their lifestyle. Some do. We do.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
Maple River jumping out to their biggest lead of the evening here in the third quarter as they're up right now 45-32, and that's a big part because of Violet Richmond. Right now she's got 8 in the quarter, add 4 more from Claire Irie, so they've extended to their biggest lead. Tri-State right now seeing if they can come up with an answer here, fresh out of the Maple River timeout that was taken to kind of just secure the ball as there was bodies flying everywhere there at the end of that play. Pass comes in from Bisset to Hanning. She puts it up off the glass, no good. She just cannot take the lid off the rim right now. Bisset able to try to find her. There's going to be a free throw coming for the senior. That'll send Hanning to the line for the first time this quarter. And we might have had some more inadvertent contact here around the nose area, and this time on one of the Tri-State players. As Taylor Lawrence kind of holding her nose right now. Get the medical team to look at it. Substitution will have to come in here for Coach Jackson and the Tigers. That'll bring Chloe Smith into the game for the first time. Chloe Smith, the 5'8" freshman, donning number 15 here. Addison Hanning's first free throw is up and good. That ends her free throw streak. She was 0 for 4 before that, so trying to get on the right side of the percentages here. Second free throw goes up. Rattles around, no good. 1 for 2 from the line, but extends the lead to 14. Nobody stopping the ball here for Maple River. Tri-State goes coast to coast. Fritz could not get it to go. Bisa with a nice move, but it falls into the hands of Tri-State. And now Rabbit Head's going to reset things here. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Fritz handles it on the left side now. Raiders playing man-to-man. They give it in to Thomas. And probably going to get a jump ball here. Yes. As Brielle Kaloran was able to get her hands on it. Thomas was in position. Hannig had to give up her position a little bit there. So Thomas probably getting 2 points if Kaloran does not get her hands on it. Ball will stay with Tri-State. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Pass comes way out here. Chloe Smith now has it. Rabbit Head will take it now from the top of the key. Richmond all over her. And they're going to go now with Abigail Kaloran. Just says, I'll take it. Sneaks her way in. Raiders have numbers. Who wants it? Hallie Bisset will go up and in. That was a decision. Who wanted it more between Bisset and Kaloran, as they were both in the same spot, both hitting that outlet. But regardless, 3-on-1, you're usually going to get points there. See what Tri-State can do here. Instead, they try to get it to Thomas. Hanning with the steal. She is diving into the crowd now, trying to save it. Out of bounds she goes. But that gets a nice clap from the Maple River faithful as Abigail Kaloran will check out. Claire Irie back in. With $1:25 here to go in quarter number 3. Rabbit Head sends a long pass, and Fritz just nobody picked her up. She just made a nice move. Macy Fritz getting her second bucket of the quarter. And now Violet Richmond says, hey, maybe I'll try that. Hallie Bisset gets the kick out pass. Long three, good. Bisset now, second three of the game. And something about her in late in a quarter. That's when she kind of comes on here for the Raiders. She did that in the first quarter, getting 5 points in the last 45 seconds, and now she's got 5 here in the last minute and a half or so. And the quarter's not over yet. Tri-State drives in, but they're going to call a double dribble here as every girl in white out there on Maple River's side was giving the officials the double dribble call there. Official says, I got it. Lila Richmond and Sophia Satram checking in. Lila Richmond, the 5'5 junior, and Sophia Satram, the 5'10 8th grader. Called her name a lot, along with her sister in volleyball. As the 2-point shot goes up for Violet Richmond, and she gets 2 more for this quarter. And have a quarter Violet Richmond, she will. With 30 seconds here left in Q3. Tri-State just trying to slow things down in terms of the scoring from Maple River. Tri-State steps out of bounds. Maple River will get the last crack at it here in quarter 3. So they've extended that lead to 19 here now. Big third quarter here for Maple River up to this point, scoring 22 points. And may try to add to it here. As Violet takes it, she's going to hand it out to Bisset again. Bisset sends it to Richmond in the corner. Richmond to Richmond, sister to sister, and they're going to say no shot. The foul was on the drive. So with 6 seconds left, that'll be the 5th foul anyway, so that will send Richmond to the line. And that foul was given to Geffrey. For Olivia, that's her 3rd personal. First free throw is good there for Richmond. Violet now 4 of 5 so far in this quarter from the free throw line. Trying to make it 5 of 6 here, and she does. And the lead now to 21. As Hoots sees a breakdown in his press there. They're going to try to put this one up. Last second shot, no good. Bisset puts up the Hail Mary, but it'll fall well short. But what a quarter there for Maple River. They tack on another 24 points in that quarter to extend their lead to 21 here as we enter quarter 4. We'll take a break in the action. City of Hope scoreboard reads Maple River 55, Tri-State 34.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hometown Community Bank serves both the Hope Page and Maple Valley school districts in Page and Fingal, North Dakota. If you're interested in an ag loan, real estate, consumer, commercial, or HELOC, give Dwight a call at either branch location. Reach out to Janine about investing in a certificate of deposit or save by opening a money market account. Proudly supporting the Maple River Raiders and wishing the athletes and coaches a successful year. Hometown Community Bank is an equal housing lender and member of the FDIC.
We welcome you back here to live action. As I was totaling up my numbers, didn't even realize where we were at in terms of the time there on the clock, but we 22 seconds in get a foul called here on Maple River, and that foul was on Hallie Bisset, her first personal of the evening. Totaling up the numbers there, as apparently I can't do two things at once. Hallie Bisset with 5 points in that quarter, give Addison Hanning 1, Claire Irie with 4, Violet Richmond had 12 there, as the first free throw does not fall here for Tri-State, as Macy Fritz is right now at the line. First one doesn't. We'll see if the second one does. A little hard off the iron there. No good. Macy Fritz did lead her team in that third quarter with 4 points, as Emma Fritz added 3 of her own. And Fritz is going to get called for the foul here. For Macy, that is her second of the game. Scratch at her, her first of the game. As the Raiders inbound it, they're going to send it to Irie in the corner. Long three, does not go, a little hard off the iron. Bisset with the offensive rebound. She gives it over to Lila Richmond, tries to put the pass underneath, but Lawrence was all over it. As now the Tigers trying to set the tempo here, but stolen by the Raiders. As Lila Richmond now will bring up the ball, sends it over to Hallie Bisset. She sends it over to Violet Richmond. Violet Richmond, couple crossover dribbles. She's going to go long two. Teardrop does not find rim. Sophia Satra does save it, and Lila Richmond now in the corner. Shot clock down to 17. Richmond puts it up. No good on the two. Tries another one. No good. How about a third time? Well, she'll just dribble it out. But a fresh new clock here for Maple River. Irie going to go with the long two. No. She drives in. This time there's going to be a foul called. Could hear the contact from here. That's the easiest call for an official to make, as Claire Irie will go to the line to shoot 2. And so far for the evening, she is 5 for 6 from the line. Make that 5 for 7. As substitutions coming in here. Taylor Lawrence coming in, as Abigail Kaloran does. Lawrence for Tri-State, Kaloran for the Raiders. Second free throw for Irie goes up and rattles around a few times and finds the hole. For the Raiders here, just kind of totaling up their third quarter points, they had 24 in that quarter. That'll do pretty well throughout the year. If you're Coach Hoots, you'll take a 24-point quarter anytime, as Thomas draws the foul there for Tri-State. And that foul was given to Irie, her second of the evening. Thomas's first free throw in. As Rabbit checks in for Macy Fritz on the Tri-State side. Thomas's second free throw goes up and rattles around and falls. She's now 3 for 4 from the line here tonight. And a timeout by Coach Jackson, and Tri-State will step away from the action as well here on your live event.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Tick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
As we welcome you back here into the Raider Dome, where the Raiders have jumped out now to a 20-point lead here in quarter number 4. Remember, we have a doubleheader action here tonight as the Maple River boys and the Tri-State boys will take each other on approximately 20 minutes after this one ends. We will be switching over to another live stream for that. And at halftime of that game, we will talk to the victorious coach here of this match as well. As a turnover there by the Raiders gets the ball to Rabbit Head. She takes the dribble down, tries to find Thomas in the paint. Thomas had arms wrapped all over her. And she's going to go to, or no, not go to the line. They'll take it out of bounds. And that foul was on Irie. Back-to-back fouls for the junior here for Maple River. As checking in right now for Tri-State is Kiara Westby. And for the Raiders right now, Aaliyah Hanning. Kiara Westby, a 5'5 freshman, and Aaliyah Hanning, 5'11 sophomore. She'll play some of that center role alongside Sophia Satcham right now for the Raiders. And how about a quick 2 there for Westby? Welcome to the game. Didn't take a dribble or nothing, just says, give me the ball, I'll shoot. As the Raiders looking for some offense here, pass comes into Hanning, top of the free throw line. Lila Richmond goes across the court to B-set. She thinks about it, but then gives the ball over to Sophia Satcham. Here comes a 3 from the 8th grader, a little bit short. Tri-State able to handle it. Pass then comes over. Rabbit Head gets the fingertips on it. She'll take it. She sends cross court over to Westby again. B-set tried to do the old interception, but draws a turnover nonetheless. And that got a girl from the Maple River coaches. As you try to name a coach that doesn't love the hustle of that. Richmond sends the pass over to Satcham. She gets it back to Richmond. Working kind of a 2-3 zone here right now is Tri-State. Abigail Kaloran puts up the free throw, uses a little bit of bank on that one, and finds the hole. Abigail, her first points of the half. She's up to 4 now on the evening. As Tri-State sends it cross court. Westby handles it, sends it over to Rabbit Head. Rabbit Head back to Westby. Westby dribbles in, Satcham all over her. They're going to get the pass back out to Rabbit Head. Left-handed 3 goes up and in. Boy, she loves that shot, doesn't she? And the timeout here again from Tri-State. They want to talk things over, maybe slow things down a little bit. We'll step away for this timeout as well here from Tower City.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Welcome back inside the Raider Activity Center here on a nice Friday evening here, last day of January as we turn the calendar over to the shortest month of the year here in February coming up. And kind of slowly getting towards the end of girls basketball in terms of regular season. The boys are kind of right in the heart of it right now as teams are traveling all over the state right now. We mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Kindred out in Beulah. That's not a short drive by any means. And fans, if you're looking to stick around and watch our post-game interview with the player of the game, the Enbridge player of the game, we're going to lead off the next broadcast, the boys broadcast, with that interview. So if you want to watch that interview, that will be the beginning, kind of kicking off our pregame show with the boys broadcast as they're warming up. Hallie Bisset drives in, finds Aaliyah Hanning, and that's been well documented at the JV level that those two can pass to each other very well. Aaliyah Hanning getting her first bucket of the night, the 5'11 sophomore. And a foul here called on, I believe that was Bisset getting the call there. Her second of the evening. And that's 4 for the Raiders. So the next one will put the Tigers into the double bonus. As Tri-State trying to inbound the ball here, eventually does. Lawrence has it, gives it out to Rabbit Head. Rabbit Head goes cross court. There's Fritz. Emma Fritz puts up a 3-point attempt, no good. Ball gets batted around a couple times. Thomas goes up, no good, a little hard. And the ball keeps bouncing around, out of bounds. That's going to go to Maple River. Foot was on the line. And you can see about 10 bodies, but no ball, and eventually the ball just kind of spits out. That's the way it goes sometimes. Pass to Richmond here. They're going to give it to B-Set in the corner. Back over to Richmond. Lila gets her pockets picked there, and Rabbit Head's going to try to go all the way. She goes up. Kaloran's there, draws the foul. It's going to make Rabbit Head earn it here. And she goes to the free throw line for the first time today for Abigail Kaloran. Brings up her third foul of the evening, and now 5 team fouls, so they will be in the double bonus. Tri-State will the rest of the way. Left-handed free throw goes up and rattles around and in. And as a lefty, I got to say the left-handed free throw just seems to look a little bit better. You could call that bias, I guess. His lead's down to 18 now for Maple River. Second free throw attempt goes up and in. Nice form there by Rabbit Head. Kaloran sends it over to Richmond. Violet Richmond checking back in here for the Raiders. And they're going to pass it out to B-Set. She takes that three-point attempt. Now goes a little bit long. As now Abigail Kaloran will dribble it back out, and Coach Hoot says, let's slow things down here and be a little patient. No 5-second call here. Is the defense too far off? Richmond right now just kind of looking things over. And they're going to give it back to Kaloran, and that's exactly what Coach Hoots is doing here. They're just saying, let's eat as much clock as we can with this 17-point lead. And calling out the play now with 10 seconds. B-Set sends it over to Kaloran. She's going to drive in from the free throw line. Puts up a shot, no good, but a foul was called. Late whistle, but that'll be 2 free throws coming for the 9th grader. They're going to give that foul there to Taylor Lawrence, I believe. Her 3rd of the evening. Scratch that, her 2nd. First free throw attempt there by Kaloran falls. And I kind of beat it like a dead horse in the first half, but this second half has been much, much better for the free throw line for the Raiders, as they've had way more makes than misses, and that was not to be said in the first quarter, especially when they started 2 for 9 from the line. Lawrence putting up a long 3-point attempt. That one's going to be a long rebound there as Fritz goes into the pep band to try to go get that one. Everybody appears to be okay. Richmond now slowing things up here as we approach the 3-minute under the 3-minute mark. Pocket was picked there as Lawrence trying to slow it down, and she does, tiptoeing her way around the line there. Long 2-pointer does not go. B-Set will slow things down, giving it back over to Kaloran. Kaloran will dribble it up near side here. As Rabbit Head's on her, they're doing a man-to-man here now, and Rabbit Head's going to pick her pocket. We've seen a lot of turnovers right at that half line here, and Rabbit Head might have taken an eye poke to the eye here. We're going to take a look here and see as the whistle's now been a stop action here. Coaches will take a quick look at Rabbit Head. And substitutions coming in for her. And she's definitely been one of those players that just kind of controls the offense for Tri-State. Very much a true traditional point guard. They want the ball in her hands when they're on offense, bringing the ball up. As Tri-State brings it in here with 2:20 to go. Pass coming over to Fritz. She looks things up and down. Lawrence now has it. She goes back over to Fritz, takes up the 3-point attempt. That one's long. Offensive rebound goes up. That 2-point attempt there, no good by Smith. And now we have a foul called. And that'll send the Tigers to the line for 2 with double bonus. Give that foul there to Aaliyah Hanig, her first. As with Shelly Lawrence will go to the line. 0 for 2 this half from the free throw line. It's right now 3 for 6. Make that 3 for 7. As Violet Richmond will check out of the game here. Second free throw attempt here from another lefty. Rattles around, that one's good. And a timeout here called by Jackson. And the Tigers talk things over. We'll step away from the action here as well from the Raider Activity Center.
Hi, this is Jim, and with Bernie Berkemeyer, we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us in enchanting Ireland June 25th to July 4th. Experience the ancient history, natural beauty, and the warm hospitality of Ireland. We travel across this beautiful country visiting places like the Kilkenny Castle and the breathtaking cliffs of Moher. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, for more information, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Fans, we welcome you back here to Tower City, where we got 2 minutes to go here in the first game of our doubleheader, as all the JV games were wrapped up around 6 o'clock today. And the boys will take the center stage here shortly after this one ends. For Maple River, they're trying to close things out here with a 17-point lead and 2 minutes to go. For Tri-State, just keep chipping away and see what happens here. Still plenty of time to make a deep run, but you got to use every possession that you get, and you got to score on basically every possession here. And the Raiders will be in no hurry to get the ball moving in terms of once they get it past the half line here, and they just do. About a second to spare before the 10-second violation. And here comes Abigail Kaloran driving in, goes up to the left side, no good. Aaliyah Hanning goes up with the offensive board, trying to get two. And she can't get it to go, but 2 offensive boards there for the sophomore. Draws a round of applause from Coach Hoots. And Tri-State now trying to drive in. Long 2 going to come up, no good. Partially tipped. Thomas tries to put up the 2-point attempt, no good as well. And now the pass to Kaloran, and you can start to feel the pressure coming off of the defense here a little bit. As there's about a minute and change here to go for the Raiders improved to 6-0 on District 1 play. And they'll close things out in District 1 play in Enderlin on Monday. 10 seconds here on the shot clock. Satcham passes it over to Richmond. Richmond to the corner. B-set has to go. She goes tried to find Hanning cutting. Hanning puts up a 2. Tough 2 and good. Might have learned that one from her sister. As there was nothing easy about that layup there from the 5'11 sophomore. Lawrence drives in, lefty dribble. She has to go back over to Fritz. Fritz looks inside to Thomas, but there's plenty of traffic. She's going to put up the long 2, a little too long. And a foul there on Sophia Satcham, I should say, will send the Tigers to the line here with just over 30 seconds to go in this game. Satcham's first foul of the game. And what that does is that puts Chloe Smith to the line. First one no good. Substitution coming in here. Cindy Perez will check in for Tri-State. The 5'6 junior was busy tonight in JV action as well, all over the court. Second free throw, a little bit too long. Hallie Bisek gets the rebound. Shot clock's off, which means the Raiders can just hold it if they choose to. As Bisek dribbling here, and she is going to get her pockets picked. As I mentioned, we've seen a lot of that right around the logo there tonight. 2-point basket good there by Smith. Coach Jackson's going to take a quick timeout. And we'll step away as well. Raiders lead right now by 17, 64-47.
Hope Page Public Schools are committed to the development of all students by providing a high-quality education that is reflective of the strong values in our communities. The staff at Hope Page Public Schools work each day to enable and inspire students to achieve academic excellence and make positive contributions to our world. Learn more about Hope Page Public Schools by visiting hopepage.k12.nd.us. We are Hope Page, and we will change the world.
Welcome back here to Tower City, where we have about 16 seconds left to play here in quarter 4, just fresh out of the timeout. Crowd kind of going, what was Jackson doing calling that timeout there with 16 seconds? But remember, all coaches are teachers. He was definitely right, teaching something there in that huddle. So definitely a justified timeout there from the Tri-State coach. 7 seconds left here as Kaloran just tries to dribble it out. B said now he's going to dribble it over to the scorer's table and hang on to it the rest of the way. That'll do it. And Maple River will improve to 6-0 on the district year, as well as 11-4 now. And they're starting to get hot around the right time here for postseason play slowly looming. So fans, what we're going to do is we will talk to a player of the game here to kick off the boys broadcast, and at halftime we'll talk to the victorious coach Nathan Hoots there at halftime, get his thoughts on the victory here on the first game of the doubleheader tonight. So we'll jump over to the boys broadcast here in just a minute. Maple River victorious here tonight. In girls action, we'll see how the boys action plays out here as well.